Donald Trump has had many former Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice contestants throwing their support behind him. Omarosa, Gary Busey, Piers Morgan, even the Hulk. I mean, and everybody votes the way the Hulk votes. But now there are some speaking out on the other side, some even holding a press conference in New York this morning to voice their concerns. Season 1 runner-up Kwame Jackson was among them, and he joins me now. I told you before, I loved your season, by the way.
Thanks for watching.
Why are you guys coming out and doing this?
Yeah, so for us, this is a collective voice. Individually, I've been speaking out against Mr. Trump for about 9 months in terms of why I think he's not fit to be president.
Why do you think he's not fit?
For a couple reasons. One, I don't think he knows the issues. 2, I don't think he has the temperament to be president. I think that, petulance does not equal presidential behavior. 3, I think that he doesn't see a vision for kind of a more diverse and inclusive America in the long term in terms of where we're going as a nation.
Let me ask you about some of those things, because you say the petulance, which we've all seen on camera, but
just
other
a little
people,
bit,
right? But other people who know him say in his personal life he's different, he's a great guy.
I might know him a little bit.
Well, right. I mean, other people from The Apprentice have said he's been great to them behind the scenes. Did you have a bad experience?
Yeah, so I think there's a...
Was he hostile to you?
No, I think there's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde effect with Mr. Trump. What I mean is 12 years ago, when I was a season 1 runner-up in 2004, he was one person. He was a cordial boss. He was fair. He had, middle-of-the-road views. I had no issues with him. He supported some of the initiatives I worked on. Then there was an evolution to where we are today. That evolution, to me, started with the birther movement, when it was beating the drum against President Obama and saying, he's not qualified, and where's his resume, we need to see his transcript. And I felt like that was an indictment against...
But you were watching that on TV, right?
I was, of course, yeah.
Right. So that kind of goes back to this idea that in person, when you talk to him...
But that's not good enough.
He's a decent person.
But that's not good enough.
Well, and then he's someone else.
How many people get to know the President of the United States in person?
But
and how many people see the President of the United States on television?
Well, but how does he operate? I mean, if he's a good guy when you're with him... I'm not advocating for him. I'm just trying to break down sort of how you got to this position.
It's a good give and take. I think that the qualification to become President of the United States obviously is a telegenic, televised job. So very few people ever get to know the President of the United States in person. So how you project yourself, how people perceive you, how the world perceives you...
Matters more than what you're like in real life.
I wouldn't say necessarily matters more, but it definitely matters. Of course, your core values matter, but people aren't seeing that. And I think that the core values that I see now with Mr. Trump mirror his sentiments. At the time that I knew him, it wasn't that way.